You allowed a witness to go on for 4 or 5 minutes, change her testimony, knowing full well that neither Senator Cruz nor I could cross-examine her about her perjury.
Senator Kennedy, would you allow the witnesses to finish responding to my question, and then we can act on your request?
And I think we should have a second round.
Senator Kennedy.
And I am appealing the ruling of the chair.
Senator Kennedy, would you allow the witnesses to finish responding to my question, and then we can respond to your request?
The ruling of the chair.
Senator Kennedy, I gave you a response to your request of a second round of questioning. I have no intention on allowing a second round of questioning.
And I'm appealing your ruling.
That is fine. There is no procedure that allows for a roll call. There is no procedure for it that allows for a roll call vote.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Hot News Today, the channel that tells it like it is. No spin, no fluff, just straight truth. Now, I just watched something that honestly left me shaking my head. It's a Senate Judiciary hearing that turned heated, and at the center of it all was Senator John Kennedy, standing up against what looked a lot like a coordinated effort to shut down accountability. In this clip, you're going to see Kennedy challenging the chair after a witness was allowed to literally change her testimony without any opportunity for cross-examination. That's not just bad procedure, that's a complete mockery of transparency. And when Kennedy demanded a fair chance to question her again, the chair flat out refused. Now, I know everyone's got their opinions on how these hearings should go, but let's be honest. When a witness changes their story under oath, that deserves scrutiny. Kennedy was absolutely right to push back. What we're seeing here isn't just a disagreement, it's a clash between truth and control. So as you watch this snippet, keep your eyes on the tone, the reactions, and the way the other senators jump in to protect the witness. Ask yourself, who's really defending integrity here? Make sure you hit that like button, drop a comment telling me what you think about how Senator Kennedy handled this situation, and subscribe to Hot News Today so you don't miss any of our upcoming deep dives.
Thank you. I have a point of order, Madam Chair.
Yes, Senator Kennedy.
Madam Chair, with respect, you allowed the witness to go at length and to change her testimony without her being subject to cross-examination. Are you going to allow us to have a second round of questioning?
No, Senator Kennedy.
What are you trying to cover up here?
There is no cover-up, and Mr. Padilla, Senator Padilla, you'll be allowed the 30 seconds remaining left.
I want to appeal the ruling of the chair.
Thank you. I'd like to hear the
I would like to
responses
appeal.
from the two
Madam Chair,
remaining.
I have a point of order. I'd like to appeal the ruling of the chair. You allowed
Your point of order was offered and responded to,
and I appeal the ruling of the chair and call for a roll call vote. You allowed a witness, let me state my case.
Sure.
With respect. You allowed a witness to go on for 4 or 5 minutes, change her testimony, knowing full well that neither Senator Cruz nor I could cross-examine her about her perjury.
Senator Kennedy, would you allow the witnesses to finish responding to my question, and then we can act on your request?
And I think we should have a second round.
Senator Kennedy.
And I am appealing the ruling of the chair.
Senator Kennedy, would you allow the witnesses to finish responding to my question, and then we can respond to your request?
The ruling of the chair.
Senator Kennedy, I gave you a response to your request of a second round of questioning. I have no intention on allowing a second round of questioning.
And I'm appealing your ruling.
That is fine. There is no procedure that allows for a roll call. There is no procedure for it that allows for a roll call vote in this committee. This is a hearing. I have the gavel. I have responded to your request.
This is
and I am going to return
I will
to
say I've
Senator
never seen
Kennedy's.
a chair try so hard to protect a witness and avoid answering why she just lied on the stand with her own words, her own opinion.
All right, let's roll the clip. Okay, wow. You saw it. That was tense. And honestly, Kennedy was absolutely right to call it out. Let's break down what just happened here. Senator Kennedy raises a legitimate point of order. He points out that the witness, after being questioned, goes on to revise her testimony for several minutes. That's not supposed to happen. Once cross-examination ends, witnesses don't get to rewrite history unchallenged. Kennedy caught that, and he wasn't having it. He then asks, very reasonably, for a second round of questioning. What does the chair do? She shuts him down, flatly. And when Kennedy appeals her ruling, she tells him there's no procedure for that, even though anyone who's followed committee hearings knows appeals can be requested and discussed. It's like she wanted to avoid the accountability conversation entirely. And that's the moment where Kennedy's frustration breaks through. He says it clearly, "I've never seen a chair try so hard to protect a witness." And you know what? Watching that exchange, he's not wrong. What's even more striking is how Democratic senators immediately closed ranks.
Thank you so much for your request. It has been heard, responded to. Senator Padilla,
There will be no cross-examination. The witness shall be allowed to lie, and no one will ask.
Your ruling. I think I have the floor.
You asked for, was there going to be another round of questions?
Point of order. Your
the answer is no.
That we can't have a second round, that the chair can allow a witness, after we're finished with cross-examination, go on at length, change her testimony, potentially perjure herself. We're not allowed to cross-examine in a second round of questioning, which we do all the time.
The answer is no, Senator Kennedy.
I can't, and you now ask for a roll call vote to appeal your ruling.
Madam Chair.
No, you cannot.
That's
Madam Chair, point of
Thank
personal
you.
privilege, please. Madam Chair, point of order.
Senator Hirona.
You know, we have been witness to literally witness badgering, and now badgering of the chair. She has issued her ruling. There is no appeal. Some of us would like to get on with this hearing.
I'm sure you
and
would.
To have to sit here and listen to all of you go off time and time and time again, and I just want to commend this witness, this nominee, for her comportment, because what her comportment says to me is that she is going to be a damn good judge. Can we get on with it, Madam Chair?
So does every Democrat senator want to cover up the facts here? Is any Democrat
So can we
senator interested
return
in the direct
to
contradiction
Senator,
from
we'll
the
be
witness?
returning to Senator
Apparently, it's
Padilla's
the entire
questioning, or
Democrat
we will
senators that want to
adjourn
cover these up.
today's
You
hearing.
want to adjourn? Go ahead. You can do that.
Go ahead.
Senator Padilla, I
We
want
might
to
as
give you
well.
your 30
You
seconds.
might as
Senator
well,
Padilla, I wanna
because the
give you
questions are
30
going to be, are you
seconds.
more
If you
handsome or
wish, you can
beautiful
yield
or
your
brilliant?
time and we
And
can
let's
have
avoid the
our
Madam
facts.
Chair, what I would like is an opportunity for the two remaining witnesses to respond to my question. And I would really like all members of the committee to pay them the respect they deserve and to let them finish.
Senator Padilla jumps in, not to address the issue Kennedy raised, not to ask why a witness was allowed to alter her statement, but to praise the witness and scold Kennedy for badgering. It's the oldest trick in the book. When you can't defend the substance, go after the style. And then, right as Kennedy calls out the cover-up, you can almost feel the tension in the room. Every Democrat goes quiet. Not one of them actually addresses his accusation. They just want to move on, end the debate, and sweep it under the rug. That right there tells you everything you need to know. Kennedy wasn't being dramatic. He was doing exactly what senators are supposed to do: defend the integrity of the hearing and demand accountability. Whether you like him or not, the man's record shows he doesn't back down when he smells dishonesty. And in this case, he was right to call it out. Meanwhile, the chair insists there's no procedure for appeal, but somehow there's plenty of time to compliment the witness and apologize for Kennedy's tone? That's pure political theater, the kind that makes people lose faith in the system.
Thank you, Senator. I do agree with the premise of your question. I did have the opportunity to complete 2 clerkships, one at the Vermont Supreme Court and one at the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. When I was at the Second Circuit before Judge Peter Hall, I was his 3rd slate of clerks at the very beginning of his career. And he discussed then and made it a point to try to attract and hire a very diverse set of law clerks in the broadest sense, geographically diverse, from different schools, many who had had different careers before law school. He felt that that really helped his decision-making process, and I hope, if I'm so fortunate to be confirmed, to do the same.
Thank you. Judge Valenzuela.
Thank you, Senator Padilla. I agree with your statement, and I agree with the comments of my colleagues. The only thing I would add is that I think the mentoring component of that is very important. And that's why for the past, I think 5 years or so, I have served on the California Judges Association's outreach committee. And I've strived through that committee to encourage and inspire the next generation of lawyers.
Thank you to all the nominees for your responses and again for your composure and your dignity. And I will apologize to you for the decorum of some of my colleagues here today. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you so much, Senator Padilla. Thank you to our nominees here. If there are further questions that are going to be, would like to be offered, the deadline for submitting those is May 29th. By 5 p.m. Questions for the record will still be due to the nominees by that date and time. The record will likewise remain open until that time to submit letters and similar materials. Everyone, please plan accordingly. With that, this hearing is adjourned.
What stood out most to me, though, was Kennedy's composure in the chaos. Even while being cut off, talked over, and dismissed, he stayed focused on the core issue. Backhand index pointing right, why was a witness allowed to change her sworn testimony without accountability? That's not a partisan question. That's a justice question. And it's one every American should care about. So yeah, I'm standing with Kennedy on this one. What he did wasn't grandstanding, it was courage. And whether the establishment likes it or not, truth-telling in politics still matters. If you agree, let me know down below. Was Kennedy right to challenge the chair? Should the witness have faced cross-examination after changing her testimony? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to Hot News Today, because we're going to keep holding power accountable, no matter who's in charge. This isn't just politics, this is the fight for truth.